Hello, and welcome to another episode of You Might Want to Sit Down for This Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Von Helvet, and today we have episode 6. We're already at 6, 1/3 of the number of the beast. On this episode, we have a beast of a guest, just an epic, inspiring, fucking rad dude named Russ Burke, aka Russ On Wheelz. Russ is he's got a gnarly story, and I think for anyone listening today who maybe woke up today is having a bad day or sweating the small stuff or just been kind of down on life lately and not appreciating the little things, I think today's episode could help put things in perspective and help shift that attitude into a more positive direction. I've been asked to from a guest to do an episode on mental health, and this one definitely would fall into that category. It's it's about going through tragedy, extreme challenge in life, adversity and perseverance, and ultimately triumph, and PMA, positive mental attitude. So that's what I'll be chatting with Russ today, Russ On Wheelz. And I'll be having music from Strung Out, because Russ and I actually met through the former drummer of the band Strung Out, who's been one of my favorite bands forever, and another Fat Records band. So we're cool to use their tunes, which is dope, because there's no band I'd rather play than Strung Out. Strung Out kick ass. So play a couple of their songs throughout this. I hope so, at least one or two. I haven't edited yet, but on that note too, there are some sound issues on this one. It's not super bad, but there's just the odd lag, pause. I'm going through and trying to pull those out and make it work, as will Alexi, the wonderful Alexi, producer from comedy here often. She does magic with the sound. For anybody who's just listening to the audio side, I do the video side. But yeah, there's just a couple times we hit a bit of like lag. And since Russ and I both don't have working legs, I don't think we couldn't get a better plug-in or setup. So we're doing this shit over Zoom. You do the best with what you got while we're going through this pandemic. I will, little story. I just, the other day I was down at, it's called Camp. It's like a brew pub not far from my home. And they have this really cool kick-ass back patio that pretty much feels like you're hanging out in somebody's backyard in the 80s. Just picnic tables and little gravel areas with smaller tables and it's kind of lawn chairs set up. Super chill vibe. And 3 washrooms inside, and definitely drinking beer, as anybody would know. You tend to need to take a piss more often than normal. So first piss I went in to take, and there's 3 washrooms. There are 2 normal washrooms, and there's 1 wheelchair accessible one that is clearly marked with a wheelchair on the door, and that one is locked, and the other 2 are open. So I kind of reef on it, doesn't open. Think whatever, I'll use the other ones. But the other washrooms are really small, and though I could get my wheelchair through the door, I would not have been able to shut the door for privacy just because the wheelchair would have been in the way. There's just no way to move my wheelchair out of the way of the door with the space I had to do what I had to do. So dick move on whoever used that wheelchair washroom. And then I heard him come out. He looked my way. I gave him a dirty look. I hope he felt like shit because he deserved to. Because really, able-bodied people listening, you got 2 people in wheelchairs on this podcast. That is a shitty dick move to use a wheelchair washroom if you don't need it. And I know they're bigger, but fuck off. Because you know what? You get to walk upstairs, so be thankful for that. And let us have our goddamn washrooms. And the worst thing you can fucking do, like I run into this all the time. The airport, I'm between flights, go use the washroom. It's locked. Some other fucker's taking a huge shit in there. I hope you're on a private single plane and your plane crashes and the pilot lives, but you don't if you take a shit in an airport wheelchair fucking toilet and you're able-bodied. You're garbage. You're a piece of shit. And yeah, I hope you die. No, that's a bit harsh, but fuck you. So the next time I went back to use the washroom, there's some guy walking in front of me. He looks like he's probably spent the day in an office, suit, kind of dressed up, shoes that make me think he's a douchebag. And because they're not Vans or skate shoes, and he walks straight into the fucking wheelchair washroom, and I'm just like, whoa. So I like bang on the door, and I don't know if he saw me behind him, but he definitely saw me when he came to the door, and he walked out and looked at me and didn't say anything, just looked really embarrassed. And I was like, oh, sorry, like, you're not handicapped. Oh, wait. Oh, you are? Are you? And yeah, he didn't have a response for that. He pretty much just ran away with his tail or small wiener between his legs, feeling like garbage. But I have no shame at all. Shaming a motherfucker who uses a wheelchair washroom when their legs work. Don't use them. Don't do it. There's a lesson for everybody. And there are many more valuable lessons on this podcast with Russ On Wheelz. I went through Russ's, because with the video, if you've been watching the videos, you know, I do a slideshow at the end, and I use pictures and stuff like that, usually in the promo, the little preview. So I went through Russ's Instagram today, which is Russ_on_Wheelz with a Z. Russ On Wheelz. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. Yeah. So Russ sent me some sick videos that you'll see. And I'm just going through the pictures, man. This guy's like he's just so inspiring. And I suggest if you've got Instagram to follow him or look him up online after this, just find a way to regularly tap into his world, because it's just, dude's always smiling. He's just got this rad crew of friends who are like, so many of them are legends too, who just like, it's like they got his back, but it's cool because like he's got theirs and he inspires them. It's just, you can see the love and the positivity. I don't know. It's like, I feel like take a look at this dude's Instagram every day would just help, again, put things in perspective. So I want to thank Russ for being on here. Thanks Jordan Burns for making the introduction. Shout out to Fat Records and Strung Out and Comedy Here Often, and yeah, everybody who makes this thing go, and all of the listeners. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this episode. You might want to sit down for this. I got a little story to tell. It's gonna be in my own words. Rolling on wheels straight out of hell. Might want to sit down for this. Press and record. It's the past that make us feel. Now. Recording in process. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Is there too much light on me? Let me see.
That's better light. It's kind of in half in the light and half in the shadows.
There you go.
Well, that's kind of how we live our lives.
Right?
Fuck, man. I'm fucking awesome, bro. It's a beautiful sunny day. Long weekend here in Canada. We get hours. We get hours a week before yours.
There you go.
And I'm in good spirits despite the fact I should be in fucking Vegas at punk rock bowling right now.
Dude, that would be rad right now.
Yeah, man.
That's an awesome show.
Have you been to punk rock bowling?
That stuff's fun. Yeah. It's pretty rad. I went one time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, are you a punk rock guy then?
You know, funny you ask. I do like punk music. I learned of you through Jordan from Strung Out, Jordan Burns.
That's our mutual buddy.
Like, hey, yeah, he was like, hey, have you seen Kevin? I'm like, no, I haven't seen it. And I started following you. We're watching some of your stuff on YouTube, and I was like, this shit's funny, man.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah. That's good. Most of my audience are able-bodied motherfuckers, so it's good to know that the wheelchair folks dig it too. Yeah, it's wheelchair approved. I know, I like it. Roll, bro. Yeah, man. Right?
They don't know how we roll, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
The shit we got to deal with, brother.
It's true. And it's kind of funny because my approach is I kind of fuck with the audience with the wheelchair shit. Like, my comedy is like way more about me having a good time than fucking the audience. Right. They seem to enjoy it, which is good. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not getting fucking paid for this half the time. I'm just going to have a fucking blast.
Right? Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
100%. So yeah, how do you know How do you know Jordan then? Did I lose you?
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, we had a little glitch. How do you
broke up for a minute?
We broke up. My heart is broken. How do you know Jordan?
I met Jordan through some mutual friends. I met him probably a while ago. I can't remember how long. It's been a minute, but Jordan, dude, I love that guy, dude.
He's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him like Strung Out is one of my all-time favorite bands. I got a little Strung tattoo right there.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, man. And actually when I was in the hospital, I got injured, and we'll start talking that stuff when we do in a minute or so, but when I got hurt when I was 21. So I was pretty young, and I mean, Strung Out was my fucking diehard favorite band, and my mom wore my Strung Out t-shirt every day while I was in the hospital. Just was kind of her connection. She knew it was my favorite band. Well, I was on life support for a while, but then once I, got out and stuff, I wrote the band and just told them what a huge inspiration they were. And Jordan got back to me. And from then on, he pretty much put me on the guest list for any show that came to town. Just a really solid.
He'd come in and party at those concerts.
Yeah, he'd always be like, and I fucking rip it up at concerts, and anybody that I've met who's in a band thinks I'm just a complete shit show. But I'm like, no, like I don't fucking party like that all the time. But when I go to a concert with my boys, especially a punk rock or a metal show, I'm cutting loose a little bit, like
you gotta go full throttle.
Yeah, of course.
That's right, dude.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's how I got to know. But that was cool. Yeah, he told me.
That's bad.
Sorry, he told me about you, and I checked out your shit, and that's how we're here today. Cause we're both rolling dirty on wheels.
That's it, dude.
And we're
how long you been hurt?
I've do you know what, dude? On June 24th, so I'm nearing that weird anniversary. I don't know if you feel the same way when your day comes along. It's just a kind of a weird day and a weird lead up to it. There's always, I'm in a good place, but there's always some weird feelings around that time. But it's going to be 21 years, so it will be the point of half of my life I've been in a wheelchair, which is it went by really fucking fast. But
dude,
I can't.
It goes by so fast, bro.
Yeah. And I think that the fact that it's going by fast means we're living well. Because I think if life sucks, it goes by really slow.
Yes. As we get older, I swear time goes by so much faster, bro.
It does, and there is that. It just feels like it goes by. It's weird. Like it's like snap and a year's gone, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
How's our connection? Are you hearing me all right?
Even I just like, fuck my anniversaries. It's kind of like I don't know if it's lagging or what.
Is it a little
like freezing here and there?
Is it on your end? It's fine on mine.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab I'm gonna go grab the Ethernet cable and plug it in. Just give me like a minute.
Okay.
Just to be safe. We can always edit this. Yeah. We can edit this out.
Yeah.
Or you can just, while I'm away, talk a lot of shit about me, and then I'll keep it in. It sounds better already, I think. Is it better?
Yeah, it's kind of caught up. It's not lagging. It's not lagging like it was.
Good. Okay. What the fuck were we talking about? Yeah, just time flies, man. So yeah, half my life in the chair. How long? Maybe that's a good segue to get into your story, man.
Let's open it up, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. So, I got hurt 8 years ago. It'll be 8 years next Wednesday, bro. May 26th.
So you know what I'm talking about, anniversaries.
Yeah, but for me, honestly, bro, it doesn't bother me. I'm thankful to still be here.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. As I'll explain to it in my story. So I was out in Lake Havasu, bro, and we're hanging out with friends. We're on the boat, and we're out. We beach the boat, and we're out on the shore playing horseshoes and shit, and having a good time, dude. And I was like, dude, I'm hot, dude. I'm gonna go jump in the water. So I got up on the boat, and I forgot we were in like shallow water. It was maybe knee deep. So when I dove off the boat, I hit the bottom of the river, and I broke my C4, C5 vertebrae in my neck. So I was instantly paralyzed from the neck down. And this was one neck and was paralyzed. I was face down in the water.
Yeah.
So I was face down in the water, and like I didn't know what the hell happened. I was just thinking, like, I can't feel nothing. I really didn't know. Like, actually, I really didn't know. Like, I was trying to move, and I couldn't move, and I'm like, well, shit. And I'm like laying face down in the water, can't do anything, floating there, and I'm thinking, shit, I hope someone like finds me. So
Yeah.
it felt like an eternity. So it was
Did you know,
like a minute and a half, maybe minute and a half.
Did you know then, like, so you dive in, you're fucking drowning essentially. You can't move. Right. Did you know you were paralyzed? Did you know?
I didn't know what was going on, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I heard when my neck broke, I heard it break. That was the fucking loudest thing I've heard, dude. I was like, man. Whoa, what the hell was that? But yeah, like I didn't know what was
like gives me goosebumps, dude.
Yeah, dude. So like I'm floating there in the water face down. Like I said, it was probably a minute and a half. And my girlfriend at the time pulls me up by my shorts and she's like, "Hey Russ, quit fucking around." And I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking around. Like I can't move. Yeah. So they bring me up to shore, lay me on my back, and they called 911, and 911 comes, and then they fly me out to Vegas because I was in Lake Havasu. So they took me to Needles Hospital first, and Needles couldn't do anything for me there, so they flew me from Needles Hospital to Las Vegas. And I didn't know this at the time, but I guess I flatlined twice in the helicopter, and then I flatlined again in ICU. So I spent 6 weeks in ICU, pretty much freaking knocked out the whole time, And then as time came, I finally came to it, and then I did 3 months of rehab out in Craig Hospital in Colorado. I went out there and did that.
How come you were flatlining?
I couldn't breathe, and I guess like they probably didn't know at the time while I was in the helicopter. My injury's so high, my diaphragm stopped working.
Yeah. So
I couldn't breathe. That's all. I don't know if that was it, but that's what I could only assume.
Yeah, that sounds probably. And while you were waiting, because where's Lake Havasu? That's California or that's Nevada?
That's basically on the Arizona, California, border.
Okay, border. Yeah. So did you probably have to wait a while for emergency to get there?
Yeah, it took. I don't know how long it took the actual ambulance to get there, but it took them a little bit, and I was fine. I was coherent until like I remember everything until I got into the ambulance. Like they loaded me up in the ambulance, and then after that, I don't remember.
It's like
I don't remember like flying.
Yeah. Nothing. Like you pretty much just hung on to life, like everything you had until that ambulance got there, and then at least you knew you were in their hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
But I wasn't in pain or nothing, dude. I just knew like, look, I don't know what the hell's going on, It's crazy, So, and then the crazy part is when I was in ICU for the 6 weeks, like there was a shit ton of people that came and visited me, and
Yeah.
dude, I only remember like a handful, which
Were
I feel
you,
bad, but like, dude, I was pretty much sedated.
yeah, they put you on a lot of meds in those early days for
Yeah,
sure. You're fucking, I remember
yeah,
being right out of it, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I remember like a handful of people while I was in ICU. They kept sedating me because I didn't have my trach yet, so
Yeah.
I just had the tubes down my throat or in
Yeah.
my mouth, and I guess I kept like biting on the tubes and trying to get like all crazy, and they just, all right, dude, time to knock them out. So they
Yeah.
knocked me out, so I quit freaking doing. I'd like start thrashing my head there, saying
Yeah.
and shit, like start going, fuck, trying to get out, but I didn't know what was going on.
I was the same way. They had me on so much fucking morphine or whatever I was on that I was just tripping balls and
Right,
hallucinating. And people who
right,
came and saw me, I remember them visiting me, but in my mind, we were like hanging out on a beach and like I thought I was leaving and going
yeah,
skateboarding and coming back. I
right.
fucking saw doctors and nurses at the end of my hospital bed going, when his parents leave tonight, we'll pull him off the breather so he dies. And I'm fucking trying to tell my family this, but I had no voice because I was
Right,
trach too. And I'm terrified. So I'm
right.
fucking swinging, man. I'm yanking tubes out. Same kind of thing as you. You're thrashing your head around because it's like
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
or flight. And we can't fucking run away.
right, right.
So we just start fighting, right? Like, and then you've got the
Yeah,
doctors and nurses, those poor people who are trying to save our lives and we're trying to
I
beat the
know.
shit out of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. So they
So
sedate
yeah,
us
so I,
and
you know, I spent my 6 weeks in ICU in Vegas, and like I said, I flew out to Colorado to Craig Hospital and did my 3 months of rehab out there,
yeah.
and then I flew home back here to California,
Yeah.
and that's when shit got real, you
Yeah.
know. Um, when you're in rehab, you're busy. 8. I think they were getting me up at 8 or 9 o'clock, and I was busy till 4 or 5 o'clock every
Yeah.
day. Doing stuff. Doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, all this stuff, dude. So you're busy doing stuff, and when I came home, it was more like, okay, you know what? Reality hits now. I
It's a
would
bit of a
lay in
rude
my
awakening.
bed and just go, oh fuck yeah, dude. I would lay in my bed and just like stare at the ceiling, crying, going, why the fuck did this happen to me?
Yeah.
What kind of life am I gonna live? What kind of life am I gonna live now, dude? I can't feed myself. I can't get myself dressed, can't brush my teeth. I'm like thinking, dude, my life's over, bro.
Yeah.
Like thinking, dude, I don't want to live, dude. There's no way I want to live like this.
And
And
did you have, like, I
it
had
took
that where, and then I'm like, I can't even kill myself. And I do you
100%,
know what? I'm like, I'm so fucked up. I can't
100%.
even fucking kill myself. Like, and I
Yeah,
have some,
dude.
like, it's dark and I kind of joke about it now, but it was like, I can't even get out of bed to fucking do it. Like, there's not
Right,
even, you know what I mean? Like, and it's
right.
a really
Yeah,
helpless fucking feeling.
yeah, dude. I laid in bed for, probably 3 months. It was good 3 months. So I got hurt in May,
Yeah.
and then I came home October. I came home in October, and probably by January is when I started to be like, all right, dude, let's turn this around. I
Yeah.
couldn't live like that, dude.
No. That's a long, painful, shitty life, right? And I think too, like going back to when you're saying like when you leave the hospital or you leave rehab, when you're in rehabilitation, not only are you busy, but you're in a hospital that's all equipped. You're surrounded by doctors and nurses and other
Mm-hmm.
people who are going through the same kind of thing as you.
100%, dude.
And then you go home and you're like, well, wait the fuck, man, not
100%.
this isn't set up for my wheelchair and my life.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
that's a
Yeah.
rude
What
awakening.
do I
That's
do?
that's a scary
What the
thing.
hell do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah. So,
turnaround.
after, go ahead.
Oops, you were getting there, I think. Go ahead. You were so like you're 3 months. You're fucking miserable.
Oh yeah.
Laying,
So,
yeah,
yeah. So yeah. As soon as I came home, laying in bed for 3 months thinking like, dude, I don't want to live. My life sucks. And you know, what kind of life am I going to live? You know, like, you know, I went from an able body to from like, you know, playing soccer with my kids, baseball with my kids, and, you know, like coaching their soccer teams. Like, dude, I'm like, I can't do any of that now. You know, my life's going to suck, dude, you know, and before I got hurt, I was always that happy go lucky guy, you know, freaking the jokester and all that, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, for me laying in bed for those 3 months, that wasn't me, dude, you know, being depressed and feeling sorry for me and why me. And I was like, dude, I can't live this life anymore. So what had happened was my family had got a hold of a non foundation.
Hey man, we still got really.
They
we lost
the
that.
owner or the founder.
I don't know what we got. Really shitty fucking reception. Unfortunately, it's really patchy. But we lost.
Really?
Yeah. So your family got a hold of. It kind of faded out.
They got hold of a nonprofit foundation out here called Triumph Foundation.
Yep.
And they are what they do is they go out and visit newly injured spinal kids, you know, that are newly paralyzed and stuff.
Yeah.
So he came to my house with another quad that was exact same as me, a quad on a vent, you know, and they rolled into my room and they're like, you know, they introduced themselves and, you know, and just talk to me. And I was like, dude, you know, life, you could still live a good life, you know?
Yeah.
And when I'm laying in bed looking at these guys going, fuck, dude, these guys are telling me I can live a good life. You know, they're in wheelchairs, you know, the guy next to him's on a vent and in a power chair like I am. And I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I could listen to him for a little bit, you know, and they're just, you know, sitting there talking to me, saying, hey man, you know, life's still good. We can still do stuff, you know? And from that day on forward, I was like, fuck, you know what? Those guys are probably right, dude. You know, they're living the life. Why can't I? You know, I'm sitting here laying in my bed, fucking throwing a pity party, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So from that day forward, it kind of changed my life. You know, I was like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get out of bed and get in my wheelchair and start doing some stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, so I started doing.
Were you open to them visiting you? Because I know when I didn't want to fucking see anybody in a wheelchair at first.
100% bro.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I was like, no one's fucking coming to see me. Fuck that. Like that was my attitude at first. Because I remember they tried to send someone to see me when I was in rehab, and I was like, no, fuck off. I don't want to see anybody, talk to anybody.
Yes. Dude, you're right. And the worst part is when you're in rehab and you got doctors coming in like, oh, you're going to be fine. You'll be fine. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. You're walking out of here. I'm stuck in here, you know, not moving still. You know?
You're walking out of here, hopping in your Porsche and going and banging your hot wife because you're a doctor. Well, I'm fucking paralyzed from the fucking neck down, but
Yes, dude. And but at first I kind of was like, whatever, you know, and then, you know, I'm glad they did come because it actually, you know, helped me out.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
I had
me look at it at my
I had a similar thing. His name was Justin. So finally somebody did come in and he had like a yellow wheelchair with big nubby like fucking mountain bike tires on it, and he had like pierced ears and like kind of like punk rock hair, was wearing a Pennywise shirt, and I was like, all right, I like this fucking guy. You know? He's not wearing like fucking pajama pants and like slippers and just looking like a pathetic cripple. He looks like he fucking shreds. And that was a big thing for me. He was like, yeah, man, I do like fucking skydiving and I do like downhill biking. And I was like, what? That's fucking sick. No way.
Yeah.
It's rad. And now we can be those people.
You know stuff. Yes. 100%, dude. You don't think that you can do that kind of stuff, dude, but we can, you know?
Yeah. And do you do the same thing? Do you pay it forward? Are you visiting people who are paralyzed? I guess you probably can't really right now.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. No, but when we can, 100%, dude. I do. I love going to the hospital and talking to like those newly injured people, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you part of that foundation then that
So
came to you? Was it Triumph? Did you say?
yes, yeah,
Cool.
yeah, Triumph Foundation. Yeah, I'm an ambassador for them. So
That's dope.
like we'll go out and we'll go speak to newly injured people. Yeah, it's rad. It's rad because like like we said, when we first get hurt and we're laying in a hospital bed, we don't know what the fuck what's gonna go on.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we think life's over, bro. So
It is. And it's like, it's not over. Just your old life is over. And now it's time to start a new life. But
it's a new chapter.
That's not something that we easily accept off the top. There's a transition period of, holy fuck this. I don't want to deal with this.
Right.
I don't want to be alive, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, we come to some level. I watched a couple of videos of you speak and then I shut them off because I was like, I want to kind of keep this raw so I'm not doing interview 2.0 asking the same stuff. But one thing that I loved you were talking about was acceptance, which I think is huge.
Right.
And
bro, if we don't accept, like, where are you gonna go in life?
Yeah. We got to play the hand we were dealt.
100%, dude. And it's either a good hand or a bad hand. And no matter whatever you're dealt, we got to make the best of it,
Yeah. And it's like your attitude is not paralyzed.
No, dude. I do more shit now than I did when I could walk,
Yeah, dude.
So it's crazy, like people. I tell people what I do. Like I go snow skiing. I go out shooting guns and like.
I saw you shooting guns.
What, dude?
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, you're like a fucking tank, bro. You got like a fucking gun, like, and you blow on it, right?
Yeah. So it's got a controller. I have a mount on my chair, and I mount the gun mount on my chair, and then it's got a joystick, and I can move it left, right, up, down, and then I blow into a tube, and it pulls the trigger. So it's pretty
crazy.
rad.
That's so fucking crazy.
It's crazy what technology is, bro. Like 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have this technology. And what did you do?
Dude, people got put in like homes. You got put in like a home with old people probably 40 years ago. Until I know a big guy like Rick Hansen's a Canadian real ambassador for like wheelchair sports. That kind of started all that stuff, and just even simple things like a little ramp, like a curb cut or a ramp, so you can traverse sidewalks. Like those weren't around however long ago. Like just simple 100%. Things that there's. I know I even have like. I guess, you're assuming I'm going to put something in the beginning kind of explaining your situation, but just like you said C5-6?
C4-5.
C4-5. So that's high. So
C4, I broke 4-5, and then I have swelling up to C2.
Wow. So, and like when you're up to C2, you're fucking dead. Like C2, C1 pretty much, are you not? Or because that's like that starts affecting your heart, is it not? Yeah. So you're
the higher up, the more obviously the more critical it is,
Yeah, because that's where all your organs and all the vital stuff,
right? Like
anything below. Right. So
that's why I'm on the vent. That's why I'm on the ventilator.
So you're
I have swelling up to C2, so my diaphragm doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I'm T1, but even my diaphragm's a little bit affected. Like, I did not want to. Yeah, and it took a while to be able to project my voice again. Like, if I have a cough, even I have to really I kind of have to heal myself over to kind of get it out because I can't just
do like the quad cough.
Yeah, man, I'm basically a quad with hands. Like, I'm the last level of being a para. I'm like tits down, and you're like your neck down then.
Neck down. Yeah, middle of my neck down.
It's fucking gnarly. Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I tell I went and I go speak at like rehabs and I speak to like troubled teens and all that stuff. And I
Yeah.
tell these people like, dude, we like you said before, we have to play the hand we're dealt, and it's our choice. It's our choice to continue playing it and not give up.
Yeah.
And if you don't accept where you're at in life and play those cards, dude, what are you gonna do? I I could give up and say, fuck it, I'm just be miserable, but who wants to fucking live a life like that, dude? You
Yeah.
know, I sure don't. I sure as hell don't want to. I want to go out and still have fun with my bros and go to Supercross and go to concerts and
Yeah.
go to baseball games and freaking go shooting and all that stuff, bro. You
And
know?
you, and not just for you, but I mean, you've got kids, you got lots of friends and family, and
Yeah,
they want you to live your best fucking life too, right? So,
right,
um,
right. And when you and I got hurt, it just didn't affect you and I. It affected our family, our friends,
oh,
people around
huge.
us. Like, dude, I still have friends that I haven't seen in 8 years since I got hurt. I
Yeah.
have friends that just came around and they'd be like, "Well, dude, I just didn't know what to say to you or
Yeah.
how to be around you." I'm like, "Fuck, just be you." I'm still
Yeah.
me. The only thing's different. I still got my brains, bro. It's just I can't move from the neck down. It's cool,
Yeah.
But they're just like, "Oh, bro, I didn't know what to say to you or how to act around you." I'm like, I get it, dude, but
Yeah.
yeah, just be your normal self, dude.
That's so true. And I talk about that in my presentations because I had to tell the story of, and yeah, like some of my friends right away were there and family, but some friends, it was
Right.
really hard for them to
Mm-hmm.
see me, and it took a while for them to come
100%, bro.
around. And everybody,
Yes.
I think it's
Yes.
human nature that we always feel like we have to have something to say in a situation. We have to have the right thing to say, but you don't have to say anything. Just fucking show up and be there is more important
Yeah.
than what,
No, just
adding your
yeah,
two cents.
show up and support.
Yeah, and just be there
Yes.
to laugh and
Yes.
roll with the punches. However it,
Yep.
like, and when we get hurt,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I found I was just trying to make everybody laugh when they would visit me and cheer them up because
Right.
they were fucking more bummed out than I was.
Same stuff.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes, dude. It's totally true, dude. Like I still mess around with my friends. I probably shouldn't with the way I do, but
now you should.
like,
You
because
should.
when something like no, but the problem is, dude, is I do it so much. It's like fucking like one time they're like something serious is gonna happen. Like my fucking tubes are gonna pop off and I
Yeah,
really can't breathe. And they're like, "Oh, you're fucking around,"
yeah, crying
So,
wolf.
whatever.
Fucking,
Yes,
that's
dude.
the
I
old
always
crying
fuck
wolf.
around. I always fuck around with them like that,
Yeah,
But that's me though. It's
yeah,
just me having fun, and they're like, "Oh, dude, quit fucking around, you're messing around, dude. You're scaring me." I'm like,
yeah.
whatever. I'm like, I always tell them though, like, dude, if something's really wrong, you'll know.
100%. And I mean, sense of humor goes so far. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mental, it's
Like we're not
attitude, it's
dead,
trying to
dude.
be
We're not
positive,
dead.
but it's you
Yeah.
got one day you stop
Mm-hmm.
crying and you just got to fucking laugh and make fun of it
Yes.
and have some
Yes,
fun with it
dude.
and fuck around with it and fuck with people with it and do
Yeah.
that's how it's part of dealing with it, right? And moving forward
Yeah. Yeah.
and making the
It
most of
is.
it.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is. We make the best of it, dude. Like I got this wheelchair strapped to my ass, 12, 14 hours a day, dude, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it freaking bring me down.
Don't tell me I can't tell fucking wheelchair jokes. I
Right,
earned these
dude?
jokes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I noticed, and you've got quite a gnarly circle of friends. You were saying something about
Dude, I
going
do.
watching motocross. Who jumped over your head? I seen some videos. Some dude fucking doing a big air over your
Ah,
head.
yeah. Yeah, my buddy Colin, he's jumped over me. My buddy Colby Raha, he's jumped over me, and I was just, I was into dirt bikes before I got hurt. So I still like to be out there with the guys, out
Yeah,
there freaking messing around on the bikes. I love it.
yeah. You seem
So
pretty
yeah,
dialed in with.
I always like having fun out there.
you look pretty dialed in with the motocross world. You're hanging out with legends.
Yeah, 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 dude. I got a good circle, dude. I cannot complain about my circle. You know, my circle, they support me. They're there for me, and and it's funny because they tell me the same thing. Like, dude, when I'm having a bad day, I think of you.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do?
Yeah.
So it's rad.
Yeah, yeah, I've had my friends say the same thing. They're like, "Fuck, like what's Kevin doing today?" Like maybe it's not. And
Right?
I
Yeah.
never preach that really to anyone, but I'm glad that they
Right. Yeah.
feel that way, that it can be that inspiration and give them
That
a
same way.
positive perspective, right?
Same thing, dude. Exactly. Yeah, I don't preach it on people. I don't
Yeah.
like. I just be me, dude. I just me. I'm Russ in a wheelchair, dude. I'm Russ on wheels, dude. That's
Yeah.
all I am, bro.
Yeah.
And they're always like, "Oh, well, you're always smiling. You're always happy." But that's me. That's how I am. That's how I was before that. So I'm going to continue that.
Yeah.
And they're like I swear you never have bad days. And I tell people like maybe I'm wired a little different, but I really don't have bad days. But
Yeah.
if I do, I don't let it fucking ruin my whole day. I let it ruin that freaking 5-10 minutes, hour of my time.
Yeah.
Like, why let it ruin your whole day?
Yeah.
It's not even worth it, dude.
Yeah.
So,
That's amazing. Yeah, I definitely have bad days. I've learned ways to cope with bad days. I think all of us have a little bit of depression, or when our mental health is down, it's important to recognize
right.
the symptoms, the signs you're down, and then find ways to overcome that. Remember what worked before, whether that's calling a buddy and fucking
Right.
making dick jokes, or
Right.
calling a family member who can
Whatever.
console
Something
you.
to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Or
dude.
putting on some fucking awesome music, some strung out or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
some dwarfs, some
Whatever.
blood guts and pussy or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, or just getting outside and getting fresh air, but just knowing,
Dude, that's what I do every day, dude. I cannot stay cooped up in my house. I have to go outside. If it's just going in my front yard for a few hours, dude, I don't care.
yeah,
I have to go outside and get sunlight and get some fresh air, dude. Like, if not, dude, like when I get cooped up in my room or something, I just like, oh, get me the hell out of here.
yeah. Where do you live, by the way?
I live out in Southern California. I live in
Yeah.
a place called I live in Simi Valley.
Oh, you are in Simi
Okay.
Valley. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that's where does Jordan live there now too? Is that where he's at still? I know.
No, he's about yeah, he's out. He lives about 15 minutes away from me
Okay,
now.
because I
But
know.
yeah, he used to live out here.
Well, strung out. I remember I always had this like romanticized vision of Simi Valley because I would buy tapes. That's how long ago it was. I'd buy my strung out tape and it always said
Really?
Simi Valley, California. I'm like, my favorite band's
That's
from there. It's got to be
funny.
fucking rad. And then the
Right.
first time I ever went there, actually,
That's
family
right.
friends of ours moved there. And it is a cool little spot. It gets quite warm there. It's pretty central to the beach and like Hollywood and LA
Yes,
and
sir.
anywhere you want to be, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Cool, man.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. So fucking, I know. I definitely getting outside. Sorry. It looks like I have two cats, and they've brought a bird into the home.
Oh, they brought a toy, dude.
I don't know what the fuck that, or it looks like. Yeah, something. Those little fuckers got something. Or it might even be a big rat. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Get that
God.
thing out of here, you fucking assholes. Hold on a sec. Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hey. Oh, you bastards. Oh, man. That just breaks my heart. There's like I think it's still alive. I don't even know what to do with it.
Oh no.
I can't fucking put it out of its misery. Fucking
Oh, dude.
Why did I pick the most savage of fucking pets to have as like an
Right?
animal lover?
No, it's crazy.
But yeah, I'm trying to get back. This thing's gone off the rails a couple times, hasn't it? Fucking Wild Kingdom in my goddamn living room.
Right.
But yeah, even today, like I finished. It's beautiful, sunshiny day. I live in Vancouver, Greater Vancouver area, so
Okay.
we're not as lucky, fortunate as you in SoCal, where we have as many sunny days. So I really
Right.
cherish any days that are warm and sunny. And
Yeah.
I did a presentation
Yeah.
this morning, and I had maybe like 2 hours between.
Nice.
And I basically was like, I'm fucking throwing my power assist on, and I'm rolling to the grocery store as quick as I can and back. And that's why I was like a minute or two kind of later getting this thing started,
Right.
because I wanted to
That's
get my little
cool.
bit of sunshine.
Now, do you drive?
Yeah, I've been driving. I was in a car crash and I was the driver and I was impaired and my passenger passed away. It was fucking terrible. So there was legal side to it. I mean, I pled guilty to everything, and my friend's family really went to bat for me and kept me out of jail ultimately. But I had no license for 3 years. But as soon as I got it back,
Gotcha.
I got myself driving again, and yeah, I'm on my third
Good.
truck now.
Yeah.
But these days I don't even like,
Nice.
because I have like a power assist that's like a fifth wheel pretty much that clicks on to my manual wheelchair.
Yeah.
And that has been a
Yeah.
life changer for me, because in a manual chair, there's hills all around where I live, and it's just too
Right.
much of a nightmare. Like it's tough. It honestly, like, like it just would be a struggle to get to the grocery store and back. So I would drive. I would drive these small amounts. But since I've had that power assist, now I don't have to worry about that, and it's nice that I
You're
can.
bitching, dude.
Yeah,
You're bitching.
and it's like little things that I appreciate, like the fact that on a sunny day I can roll and get groceries. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
that I don't think many other people,
Yeah.
able-bodied people, are like, oh, I'm so excited I can walk to the
Right.
grocery store today. I'm like, I can go.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah. But definitely,
And that's like, that's what we do though. When something traumatic happens to us and we get put in a wheelchair, it's like we look at life way different. Like I cherish life now, dude. Like
yeah,
thank God I wake up every day, because we never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. Fuck,
yeah,
I could roll out the door tomorrow, get hit by a car, and freaking be gone or whatever. So
yeah,
it's like, man, I cherish, like, just waking up, thank God I opened my eyes today.
yeah, yeah. We had a brush with death and gave us, another
Yeah,
chance, right?
for sure, dude. And it's like when I go out and speak at these rehabs and stuff, I just tell those guys, like, hey, like, you have the choice to go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, I'm going to do this drug or drink this beer. When I go to bed tonight, I can't wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I want to go for a run or go for a walk. I can't do that.
Yeah,
But what I can say is, you know what, I'm gonna wake up with a good attitude, and I'm gonna freaking have a great day. I'm gonna make the best of this day. I'm gonna make the
yeah,
best of every day.
yeah,
Because
man.
like I said, we don't know what tomorrow will bring. Make the best of it, dude, and let's go out there and have fun, dude. Life's about having fun, not being so freaking serious, and let's not hold fucking grudges against people, because you know
Yeah,
what, you're gonna hold that grudge or whatever, and that person's gone the next day. You're gonna feel like a dick or something.
yeah. And just holding any kind of
So
negativity or bitterness or any of that, we've got to let
yeah,
that go. And I was thinking sort of,
yeah,
well, before I came on and we did this, I was just trying to think of sort of an analogy or whatever, like just what it is like being paralyzed. It's kind of like, because you have your past life and you never forget what you
hmm,
used to do, but you embrace at some point where you're at, and
right,
you decide to fucking make the most of
yeah,
your day with what you got.
yep,
um and I've heard you say, if you had the opportunity to get out of the wheelchair, you wouldn't do it.
no, honestly, bro. And people like I've had like old buddy, like I've had buddies like when they've listened to my interviews, when I say that, you know, because I really do truly mean that. Like when I say, like, when people go, dude, if you could walk tomorrow, would you? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't, dude. I've accepted this injury. I've accepted that this wheelchair is my legs. And without this wheelchair, like without me being in the position I am now, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the person I am. I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be that strong person I am now. And, you know, this wheelchair has made me who I am, and it's freaking awesome, dude. I love it. You know, I fucking love my wheelchair, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking rad. And if it was gonna happen, like, it would happen. Like, I'd let it naturally happen, not go out and be a freaking guinea pig or a rat, you know, with them doing all these, you know, tests on me. Like, hey, let's try this, try that, you know. Like, if it happened, cool, awesome, that'd be rad. But
you're not gonna say no.
Let's go do stem cell. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. You know, I'm not gonna do all that. You know, I've accepted this injury, bro. I've accepted my new life. But if it did happen naturally, cool. I'm down with that. That'd be rad, you know?
I'm exactly the same way. Like, I don't fucking follow anything to do with spinal cord research. Like, I think it's hard for able-bodied
100%.
people. Like, I do presentations with youth, and one of the big organizations that books me right now, just they pre-recorded me, so I'm actually doing something besides everyone just watching a fucking video that was recorded in the summer and me getting paid. Part of it is that I'm doing a question answer period through Zoom after. And dude, every presentation, people ask me, you know, if I'm doing any rehab, if I'm still trying to get out of the wheelchair, if I want to, when I'm going to walk again. And it's like, and I've struggled with it because I felt like I've always wanted to convey a message of like hope and not giving up. But just hearing you, man, it made me think that's not what it's like. I have hope. Maybe one day I would, but I can't you just can't waste a minute of your day thinking, what if I was walking right now? What could have been? Because
what if this, what if that? Yeah.
It doesn't fucking change anything. And it's you're wasting your time, really. And if we were going to get out of these fucking things,
about that.
Yeah, if we were going to get up, we would have been up by now. Like, it's not for a lack of trying. We tried to move. It didn't fucking work. Then we tried again, and then we tried again, and then finally we said, okay, fuck it, it's not working. I got to do something with this.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know guys that have been paralyzed 20, 30 years and haven't accepted it, and are fucking just pissed off, miserable, dude. And I look at them and just go, fuck, man. How can you live life that long being miserable still? Yeah. You know, bro, accept it, dude. Like, dude, you've been in your wheelchair 20 years and you're not accepting that you can't walk. Like, fuck, dude, you could still live a good life. You know, I promise you, dude, it's just if you accept it, once you accept it, your life will turn around. Yeah. You know?
And you're a living example of that. And it's not even people are fucking able-bodied walking around that hate their fucking life. It's like
100%, dude.
That's a choice that they make to be miserable, you know, like.
And that, again, that goes to, like you said, that's the choice they're making.
Yeah.
You know, you're making that choice to be miserable. You know, fuck, I don't want to live like that. Hell no, dude. No way in hell.
It's what you focus on. Are you going to focus on what sucks? I mean, if we focused on what sucked about this, it would give me a fucking gun, please. If I thought about what sucked about it. But if we focus on what's good, and this makes you focus on what's good, because you really need to focus on what's good to stay up and stay positive. And once you shift your mind to that way of thinking,
100%.
it's just that switch is turned on. And
like when.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's like when people come up to me and they'll be like, "Dude, I'm so sorry that you're in your wheelchair, bro." I tell them, don't feel sorry for me, please. That's the last thing I want. I do not want you to feel sorry for me, because I could probably almost guarantee I probably live a better life than you live. I probably do more shit than you do, and I'm in a wheelchair. You know?
Yeah, man.
and it's just true. Like I just because it's I love living life to the fullest. You know, I have to go out there and have fun and live it up, dude. Because like it's what is life? What is life if we're not living it up?
Exactly.
You know,
You got one shot.
yeah.
And everybody goes through some tragic shit in life, and then yeah, you have the choice whether it stays a sad story or you make it a good one. And again, that's an option we have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, dude, if I could go out there and do some water skiing and all that, dude, I totally would. You know,
Have you tried
I want
that?
to find a way for me to. No, I haven't tried because I can't because of my trach. You know.
Oh fuck! I never thought of that. Yeah, and there's
So if
I know
fall in the water,
the water would get in your lungs.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't want that.
There might be a way. I don't know. Who knows? Figure me out the way. I don't know. But I want to find a way to skydive. That'd be vision.
I haven't done that yet. I've gone bungee jumping like 5 times, I think. Or bungee dropping, I guess. I didn't really fucking jump. They just kind of pushed me off.
Right.
My buddies pushed me off a railing the first time. They fucking loved that. I earned that, those fucking bastards. They actually put me on the railing.
Awesome.
We're like a bachelor party, and they put me on the railing, and they're like, dude, don't worry. Like, because I was freaking out, scared of heights, and they're like, you're not going over until, you know, you just basically stop panicking. Okay, we got you. Don't worry. And in the middle of that went, whew, and pushed me off. And
no way.
Amazing. Like, fucking assholes. But yeah.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
So how do they strap you? Do they still strap you at your ankles?
They strapped me. They were like, what's the biggest?
Or at your waist?
They were like, what's the biggest piece of meat we can find? So they strapped me to my cock. No.
Perfect.
Yeah, no. They the first couple times I did it, you're wearing like a. Oh, I lost you. Fuck. Are you still there?
Oh, you're good. Hold on. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I was getting a call.
No worries. It's like a harness around my waist area and my chest. And then so the bungee thing connects kind of about where your belt buckle is. So the first couple times I went without the chair, but I felt that's a pretty serious whiplash on a lot of weight that doesn't have the muscle to embrace.
On your body.
Yeah, so then after that I started going in the fucking chair. And I actually thought that my first thought was the chair would be sketchier because there's just one more added fucking thing, right? To fuck up. But the chair, like they put me all strapped in and then they like strapped the chair to me after. So like it's not like, yeah.
Right on.
But being in the chair, you're in a more stable position because, you know, the chair's built to fucking, so yeah.
Right.
But skydiving,
That's
like
cool.
skydiving, they would like strap you to the person and they go, but it's just a matter of the landing.
I just have to worry about that and like the vent, like if like a tube popped off fucking while I'm dropping
because of the wind. Yeah.
Like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'd love to figure that out though. That'd be rad.
There's a lot of, I know even like in if you figure out the water thing, because I wanted to go, it's really hard to get in the ocean, right? Because it's salt water and we don't want to get salt water on our chairs. So I've been in lakes, but I've only been in the ocean, I think once, in like 21 years. But down in LA, one of the beaches, they have, and like we have ocean here. I'm not far from one. But they have adaptive surfing down. I don't know if it's
Life rolls on.
Yeah. Oh, is that what the guys are called that do it?
There's a yeah. It's called Life Rolls On.
I
believe so. I think it's Life Rolls On.
I'm gonna tap into your fucking resources next time I come down to California, bro.
Dude. Yeah, it's a guy Jesse. He's a founder of that, and
cool.
That's a rad foundation.
That's sweet. I gotta ask you this one because I'm a huge Jackass fucking fan. I have actually from a I did a recent interview with the singer from Zeke, which is a fucking rad Seattle band.
Oh, nice.
And I dug up an old review of an album. So I have a Big Brother skate mag. I've been a Jackass fan since the Big Brother days.
Rad.
And I see you're good buds with Wee Man. How did that come to be?
Wee.
Yeah.
I met him through another good buddy of mine. Actually, my buddy that jumps over me, Colin.
Nice.
Colin Morrison. He was actually, they call him Scummy. He was one of the OG Metal Militia guys.
Nice.
But I met him. I met Wee Man through him, and we ended up becoming really, really close friends. We're best friends, dude. He's right tonight.
Are you hanging out with him tonight? Did you say I'm losing you a bit again. We've got reception issues.
Right there? You hear me?
Yeah, I got you now, but I lost the last little bit. I lost you.
Oh,
goddamn.
No, yeah. I was just saying I was with him last night.
Oh, last night. Oh, cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's super cool, dude. I love that guy, Dad. He's rad.
Does he do any like inspirational stuff? Because I mean, he's a pretty. I mean, I don't know any little people who skate, or like he was got to be one of the first guys, and he was like pro, and he was a fucking shredder.
He still goes out and shreds, dude.
Yeah. Does he ever do any kind of like?
Yeah, he actually. He spoke with me. We spoke at my buddy's Rehab last night. He actually spoke with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw that you were doing a lot of stuff with Rehab. Are you are you a straight edge dude, or is it more an attitude story thing?
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Right there. 100%. It's more like showing these guys, like when I'm rolling in there smiling, happy, having fun, living life till its fullest in a wheelchair. A lot of these guys that are in there are like feeling sorry for themselves, and it's like, dude, snap out of it. Like I know you guys are rock bottom, and I've been there before. I've been rock bottom too, but know that you're going to bounce back. And when you do bounce back, you're going to bounce back fucking even stronger, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I was first hurt, I was rock bottom. Dude, and I'm a stronger person. I'm probably the strongest I've ever been.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, mentally, even physically, man. Yeah, we've grown to be strong people, and we have agency over our lives, which is interesting because it's like
a lot of the stuff with us is our attitude and mind over matter, dude.
Yeah. So. Fuck yeah. Well, I think we're probably. What is there anything you want to plug? Is there anything you want to add? Is there anything?
No, dude. I always just tell people, like, if they want to ever reach out to me, you can reach me on Instagram at Russ _on _wheels with a Z. Send me a direct message. And if you ever need someone to talk to, or just ask me how I do it. I'm always open. I'm an open book, dude. I'll tell people how it is.
Fuck yeah. And that goes for people who are paralyzed, or people who are walking around just having a shit day, or people who are dealing with addiction. Yeah.
Anything, bro. I don't have the answer, but I'll tell you this. I might not have the answer, but I can just tell you, how I've made it through what I've gone through, and you and I both know we've gone through some heavy shit,
Yeah, for sure. Have you done comedy? Have you taken that, given an open mic a try?
I have not. I haven't tried that.
Is it on the list? I feel like you'd be good up there.
I don't know, man. I know I could get up there. I just I got to get the jokes, bro. I got the jokes, dog.
You definitely want to have those written before you go up there.
Right? Yeah, dude. I don't want to have a face full of tomatoes.
Yeah, you think being paralyzed is scary. Wait till you go up on stage and draw a fucking blank in a fucking comedy show.
Exactly, dude. But the only good thing is, dude, is if they try to hook me, bro, they can't.
Yeah.
Me and my chair are too heavy, bro.
Yeah. I have a joke about that where I'm like, because a lot of places aren't accessible, so they have to lift me onto the stage, and I'm like, you know what? It's a pain in the ass for everybody, and I know it probably looks shitty, but I like being lifted on the stage because it takes the pressure off. Because whether I like eat shit tonight or kill it, I know I'm going to be physically removed from the stage.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, I'm getting
and
fucking...
you guys will never forget me.
Yeah, hopefully not. All right, man. Well, you know what, dude? This has been really cool hanging out with you. I thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And
I appreciate you fucking reaching out to me and having me on the show. It was rad. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. And we'll keep in touch. And the next time I'm out in SoCal, we'll connect and we'll hang out.
Hit me up, dude. Yeah.
I 100% will.
Hang out, for sure.
I miss Southern
How
California.
often you come down?
You know what? Usually I'm down there a couple times a year at least, sometimes 3-4 times a year.
Right on.
Yeah, because I do speaking stuff down there, and I'm actually closing out the year soon with like a kind of online virtual conference. It's gonna go to a lot of it's based out of California, so hopefully that'll drum up some gigs. But I have
speaking.
I do high school stuff, so I talk about like drinking and driving and dangerous driving, how I got hurt. So traffic safety, but it quickly morphed into like an inspirational. I mean, the stuff we're talking about right now.
I would love to do that, dude. I'd love to talk to schools. That'd be rad.
Well, the next time I'm out there, like, because I've got a couple with like Burbank that we're trying to reschedule for next year.
That'd be rad.
Come check it out.
I'd love to join you, bro. I'd love to come down and join you, dude.
Yeah, man, come watch, and then I mean, I'm happy to. We could figure out a way to get you going, doing that kind of stuff. Because I was gonna say this too. I kind of forgot. Now it came back to me, and I'm glad. Because the point I wanted to make, like, you're working with, you're just helping a lot of people, and you're inspiring people. And when I know, like, doing the speaking stuff and even just comedy and even this, like, I want there to be some message. I'm yelling at my cats for fucking killing a bird and calling them cunts. Like, there's this thing's a bit crazy and not always inspirational, but I hope at the end of the day it is on some level, but it feels good to like fucking help people, man, and to like give.
Yeah, dude, I always say, dude, if I could, you follow me on Instagram and you see like my inspirational posts that I post every day, and I always just say, like, if I could just inspire one person a day, dude, I've done my job,
Yeah.
So
it's so fulfilling and rewarding. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's definitely to anybody. I like to say, if or anyone who's been through any kind of trauma, if you can turn that trauma into a positive lesson for yourself and for others, it's the greatest way to heal. It's the best way to move forward.
100%, dude.
You can take control of something that was negative and shitty and turn it into something positive. And the best way to do that is really to share it with others and help others. We can all learn a lot from each other's journeys in this life.
For sure.
So you can learn a lot from Russ.
100% right, bro.
And hey, you fucker, get away from that bird. My speech, my public speech.
Now you got to figure out what you're going to do with this bird that's in your living room floor.
I do. Zeke, you fucking cocksucker. Leave him alone. Okay. Russ, I got to go. Thanks, dude. And we'll stay in touch.
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for having me, brother.
No worries, man. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, bro.
All right, you too.
Take care, dude.
You too, bro.
Okay, buddy. See you later.
I set